The officers are leaving. You are leaving. I shall be left in the house alone. Why is it I fell in love with you? When did I fall in love? There's nothing that makes sense to me anymore. Nothing. I'm afraid of my sisters for some reason or another. I'm afraid that they'll make fun of me and put me to shame. I need to talk to someone. Talking to you. You're the only one that I can tell my heart and soul to. I was the scholar of our family. I played the violin. I made different things on the fret saw. I was young and happy and clever. I dreamed with grace, and I thought with ease. Both my present and my future were bright with hope. Well, the present is detestable. It's boring at home here. I read until 4 and nothing came of it, and I lay down. I thought about this and that, and when dawn came, the sun simply crawled into my bedroom. I didn't get to sleep much, so I'm a little out of sorts today, as the saying goes. It's strange, isn't it? The way everything changes. The way life cheats you. My father, he was a military man. But I was scholarly. And I thought that we were going to be happy here. All of us happy. If the truth were said, I've been cut to pieces. I've lost whatever depth I've had. I mean, dear God, here, everybody knows you and you know everybody, and yet you are a stranger and alone. And that is the time that I feel lost. Look how I've been used up. Look how I've aged beyond my years. At one point, I was working on being a professor. Me, who dreams every night that I am a professor at Moscow University, a famous scholar of whom all Russia is proud. Well, dear God, don't believe me. Thousands of people raised the bell. A lot of work and money were spent, and it suddenly fell and smashed to pieces, and so it was with me. Our town will become deserted, just as if they spread a nightcap over it. I don't know. The whole town is talking about it, but I'm the only one who knows nothing and sees nothing. Because at this very moment, I sit and I pay no attention, none. And I know that's wrong, but it doesn't matter. Our town will become deserted and I shall be left alone. I was bored today, and having nothing to do, I happened to pick up this book here. My old university lectures. Where is it? Where did it go? The time to be young. How wonderful. How marvelous it is to be young. Why is it that when we've scarcely begun to live, why is it that we become dull and boring and uninteresting? Why is it that we become lazy and indifferent, useless and unhappy? I mean, our town here has existed for 200 years. 100,000 people living here, and yet there isn't a single person who doesn't resemble everyone else. There isn't one saint, not one scholar, not one artist in the past or in the present that can arouse envy or passionate desire for imitation. All they do is eat, sleep, drink, and then they die. Others eat, sleep, and drink, and to keep from getting bored sick, they bring a little variety into their lives by resorting to malicious gossip, vodka, cards, and lawsuits. The wives deceive their husbands, and the husbands go on lying, pretending they hear nothing and that they see nothing. And the children are irresistibly oppressed by the vulgar triviality of their parents' lives. The spark of God is extinguished within them, and they in turn become the very same pitiful corpses, each resembling another, just as their father and their mother did before them. When I look towards the future, I feel so wonderful. I feel so free, so relaxed. Why is it I fell in love with you? When did I fall in love? Far off in the distance, I see a light beginning to dawn. I can see freedom. I can see how our children will be free from idleness. I can see how they'll be free from drinking kvass, free from naps after dinner, and free from this wretched life of feeding on others. Imagine you were in Moscow, sitting in the Great Hall, and you don't know anybody, but nobody knows you. And yet you are not a stranger. I don't drink. I'm not fond of taverns, but how I would love to be in Moscow right now, sitting in Testov's restaurant or the Bolshoi Moskovsky. I see a light beginning to dawn. I can see freedom. Our life isn't over yet. We shall live. We shall. To Moscow. To Moscow.